But we've got some more news, folks, that we need to talk about the Republicans and their search for a speaker that, of course, came to an end this week. But before it came to an end, Marjorie Taylor Greene decided that she wasn't satisfied with the way things were going, and she went out and she actually openly called for Matt Gaetz and his 7 Republican buddies who voted to oust Kevin McCarthy. She called on them to apologize to the Republican caucus, as a way for the party to start healing itself, but they can't heal themselves, she says, if these dudes don't apologize. Here's what she said. I also hope that the 8 Republicans who joined the Democrats and ousted Kevin McCarthy, they need to apologize. And we need to heal our conference in order to move forward. We need healing, she says, and healing can only happen if these people are forced to apologize? Do you think that's a sincere apology? Like, Matt Gaetz put out his little idiotic letter last week with the other, folks who voted to oust McCarthy. And they said, oh, we're open for you to punish us. We want to be punished. We're begging for you to punish us. So that was, weird. But they didn't apologize because they're not sorry. And now that it's Mike Johnson as the Speaker of the House, they're damn sure not going to apologize. In fact, they're actually celebrating. So while Marjorie Taylor Greene is out there saying she wants Matt Gaetz to apologize for what he did, Matt Gaetz went on Steve Bannon's podcast and said this. He said, I wasn't the force for chaos. I wasn't causing disunity. For the last 3 weeks, the reason the House of Representatives has been paralyzed is because, for his own selfish gain, Kevin McCarthy was sabotaging the candidacy of anyone else because he was plotting a return. And if you don't think that moving from Kevin McCarthy to MAGA Mike Johnson shows the ascendance of this movement and where the power in the Republican Party truly lies, then you're not paying attention. This is what victory feels like, man. We got more to do, but I've told you in the past, and I've told the audience in the past, don't celebrate yet. You know what? You deserve this. That was Matt Gaetz, again, talking to Steve Bannon. Didn't sound like he was apologetic. So I don't think Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to get that heartfelt, sincere apology from Matt Gaetz that she wants. But I gotta tell you, what Matt Gaetz is saying right there is true. I mean, he called him MAGA Mike Johnson. I'm not disagreeing with you on that point whatsoever. But Matt, see, bud, this is what I love about you because you don't seem very smart at all. Most of the country is not MAGA. In fact, most of the country actually doesn't approve of MAGA. In fact, half of the Republican Party doesn't even approve of MAGA. So for you to sit there and say that this is where the power in the party lies, sure, it's where the party's power lies in D.C., and most of that, by the way, was just due to just sheer exhaustion on the part of Republicans. They knew that they had already pissed away half of the time that they had given themselves with the continuing resolution to avoid a government shutdown. They had to do something. They had to put somebody in that position. This wasn't because everybody loves Mike Johnson. It was because everybody had gotten worn down to the point where they realized, you know what? It's probably only 13 months. Screw it. Let's do it. So, yes, it's a victory, but it's not on the level of what Matt Gaetz is trying to paint it as. But nevertheless, they got a win, right? A win's a win. Even an ugly win is still a win. But then Gaetz ended with something that is completely true as well. He said, you deserve this. Now, he was talking, to the MAGA audience saying, you should celebrate. You deserve to celebrate. But I'm going to take it a little bit differently. MAGA, you deserve this. You deserve every bit of what's happening. Because if you think this ends well for you, you are absolutely living in an alternative reality. This is not going to end well for MAGA. This is not going to end well for the Republican Party. This is a disaster for the United States of America. The entire country has been paying attention to what's been happening. And they're not going to take very kindly to this either. And if he goes out there and starts trying to do all these MAGA things, like put in a national abortion ban, I promise you all, that is going to end very poorly for you. So, yeah, Gaetz is right. You deserve this. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.